Good morning, everyone. It's Friday morning. Made it to the weekend, so I'm back at it today. I took a day of rest yesterday. Still in this bulk phase, trying to add some muscle. I am adding weight overall. I do notice that my jeans are getting tighter. Belly is just increasing in some size a little bit, so I'm thinking this next week I'm going to dial back from so on the caloric intake just a little bit. I'm at almost 400 grams of carbs a day, probably, or per day. So I'm gonna cut that back a little bit and just see if that has an impact on my waistline. Plus, I've got to increase the cardio from, like I've talked about, from the walking to getting on the assault bike every day. But played basketball Wednesday night as my cardio for about an hour with some guys here in town, and it's a good exercise for me. My left knee is a little swollen and sore from that. I was playing pretty regularly, and then the Thanksgiving break came, and I missed a couple weeks. So it's going to take me some time to get back in shape for basketball. Only playing one night a week, but that's about all that I can handle or need to handle. So it was a fun time. Just still trying to recover from that. So I took yesterday, ate well yesterday, rested, slept in yesterday morning, took a nap after work yesterday, and then didn't get to bed quite as early as I had planned last night. So, it's okay. I think I'm good for today, ready to go. So, um, back here at the gym this morning, it's about 5:15 again. I'm gonna go in here and work chest and shoulders, and get that done this morning. And I'm gonna do some bench press with the barbell, incline dumbbell, and then just some shoulder lateral raises and shoulder pressing for the shoulders. I did work shoulders 2 days ago, so it's back to back in this routine, which is fine. The shoulders, we use them every day, so I think it takes a lot of extra pushing on them to get them to grow, which is the case with mine. They have not. We have noticed some increase in size with the work I've been doing, but would love to see a lot more increase in the size of my shoulders. So I'm gonna get in here and get to work. Bring you along with me. We'll do some of these exercises and then back into the truck and be on our way. Gonna try to get this one done in about an hour today. I just need to get back and get some food in me and then get to work this morning. So we'll see how that goes. See you inside. All right, get started today to rack up some weight here. Been through a warm up with some of the bands. My shoulders warmed up and did some squeezing movements to get that with the chest going. So then some push-ups just to warm up a little bit. Trying to get that shoulder stretched out from here, and I just feel something there all the time. It doesn't ever hurt, it's just a slight pull. So if I get it good warmed up, then I'm okay. So I'll make sure I do that this morning. Start off here with some reps on 135 to get going. Good warm up set. Thinking right now I'm probably gonna hit all the chest this morning, then come back tonight and do my shoulder workout, just because I added some movements and I want to get them all in today. But I got to be back to the house by 6:15, get ready, be ready to leave by 7. So I don't want to push this too late and not be able to go home and eat and get some food in me before I have to go to work. So, and I'll have time tonight to come back and hit the shoulders, or we got a weight set at the house, I can hit the shoulders there. So kind of what I'm thinking right now. Just want to take some time on the chest routine this morning. Make sure I get a good pump in it and not try to rush through and get right to the shoulders. Plus I can take some time tonight on the shoulder routine and knock that out too. We'll go up here, 185, rip it out for a little bit, and then work from there. Really noticing over the last few days how the working out 6 days a week on the 3-day on rotation, 1 day off, 3-day on, 1 day off, has really, it's fatiguing my body overall. I can get a sense for that. I don't know that I'm getting fully recovered, so looking into like a deloading phase to where I don't know how long I should go in my routine before I take a week just to deload, which means I'm still here just doing some light reps, keeping the movement going, but not trying to go to failure or trying to over fatigue. I think I've read some stuff where it's every 8 weeks. So I'm about 5 weeks in now. It would be another 3 weeks to be, around Christmas time, which may work out perfectly to have kind of a deload week during Christmas, just because of all the routines, all the things that go on. I'm going to look into that and see if that's something that might be helpful. I don't feel like I've plateaued or anything. It's just that I don't want to walk around dead tired all the time. And like I always talk about, just getting in to bed at a decent hour and being able to get recovered through sleep would help me out tremendously. So a couple things I'm thinking about, a couple things I'm working on. So, the personal science of nutrition, bodybuilding, all those kinds of things. Still trying to figure it all out. It's good. That felt good right there. For me, that's heaviest weight and the most reps. I work at 185, but for 10 reps, I'm usually failing at 5. So that's a good sign there. Increased capacity in the pectoral muscles. I stretch between. I think there's something to expanding and stretching out the muscle fibers between sets. So, you know, this one really gets my shoulders, top of that deltoid muscle, but also into the pec as well. Only disadvantage to doing dumbbells by myself is I'm really nervous about working at the top end of my capacity, having that barbell across the chest going to failure, and then not being able to get that thing up and having to have you watch me on video rock the weights off of it to get out from being trapped. So fine line between what I can lift and move safely and where I go to failure and get stuck. So that's why I do a lot of inclined barbells and then flat dumbbells, just because I can work heavier with the dumbbells and throw them off if I need to. And on the incline, if I had to, I could throw that weight off on the front of the bench, but it's difficult here when I'm laying flat. So something I'm always thinking about whenever I've been here by myself. So anyways, I'm gonna finish up a couple sets on the dumbbell bench press. I'm gonna work a little heavier, get it above 200 for some reps, and then I'll go to incline dumbbell, and then do some band work to squeeze, and then I'll be about done with the chest workout today. Already getting a pump in the chest there this morning, so that's good. I'll be back here in a minute doing some incline dumbbells. Okay, finished off strong here with bench press. You know, worked up to 205. That's a good number for me. In fact, it's a new PR on the bench press, so I rep that out for 8 reps, which is good for me, which tells me I can move up in the bench press weight. So seeing some good development there over, you know, just a month and a half time, really focusing on the dumbbells. But then when I go to the barbell, seeing that strength on the bench press, and then go to inclines here with the dumbbells, do some reps here, work on that upper pec. You know, I don't want to have the lower pec well developed, but nothing in the upper. This looks rather peculiar, so really want to focus on that upper pec development, which is what I do here with the dumbbells. Going with 50s here. Someone organized the dumbbell rack. That's good. So here we go. Okay. Didn't expect to go to failure so early, but good pump there using the 50s. Just feeling some engagement there with the shoulder with this delt muscle that I think it's the tendon. I think it's the upper, what do they call it? Upper bicep tendon. It comes from here and ties in to the scapula, I believe. I looked it up, but not a scientist, nor do I play one on the internet. So, but just trying to push as much as I can without making that thing too angry at me. So I'm gonna work through some more sets here, go up and wait, see how everything feels with that, and then we'll finish off with some band work, just getting the squeeze here to finish out the chest routine for the day, and then thinking my head out for the day and come back tonight, or at the house tonight I'll hit the shoulders, because I've got a set of weights there that I can do lateral raises and shoulder presses and things like that, just due to time and give me a little chance to recover through the day from the chest, because you know, you do engage the deltoid muscle for sure, the front deltoid, some in bench pressing. So, and I'll talk about it in the truck, but I'm really thinking about maybe in the next month just going to one body part per exercise, or per gym visit, I guess would be an easy way to say it. So just because I'm trying to get done in an hour, maybe I spend too much time talking here, too much rest time in between sets. So all that I'm considering, but I don't want to make changes too early and cut myself short. So anyways, finish this up, come back with some some chest band work, and then we'll head to the truck and be out of here for the day. Finish up the chest workout with some band pressing movements here. This is my cable machine for this particular gym. A good finisher for the pecs there, just to squeeze that out. You can also do it like a chest fly as well, so squeeze it that way. Work with what you got. If you don't have a cable machine, make it up with some rubber bands. Still get a good flex and get a good pump. I'm pressing these out this way and cable flying it. So, you know, I like this. You know, it mimics the cable machine. You get resistance through the full range of motion. So make it happen. I got about 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna finish up punishing the chest with these rubber bands, and then I'm gonna head to the truck and go eat some breakfast and get to work. All right, so I'm back at the house. Got finished up with the chest workout for the day, and I didn't go into the shoulder routine. I'll hit that tonight with some, either go back to the gym or hit it at the house with some free weights that I have there. Just an old set that I've got that I can, that I have enough weight I can work my deltoids for now. So feeling good about today. It took me an hour to do that workout with my chest. It's only 3 movements, so I'm not really sure why. Maybe I'm taking too much rest time, doing 4 sets per exercise movement. So I don't really know what's taking me so long. I know I do take some time to talk on the camera while I'm going, but it should be quicker than that. But regardless, I am satisfied with what I did today on the chest, and it allowed me just to take some time to focus in on the pec muscles. Have a new personal record there, a new PR for the bench press. So I repped 205 for 8 reps, which is good. That means I'm making progress. I was stuck at 155, 175 for a long time, and just able to push past that this morning and able to rep that weight pretty well, under control, close to failure. I talked about when I'm bench pressing with the barbell, I just hate to get to a point of failure and just get trapped under the bar. It's just dangerous to do that, and not safe, and not good for the gym equipment when you have to rock the weights off there just to get out from under the bar. So I try to work on the edge of my potential there. And there's a guy that comes in there a few days a week. I'm going to talk to him about maybe on my barbell bench press days that he helps me and spots me for some maximum weight work there. But at the end of the day, I'm not in there to be a power lifter. I'm not trying to necessarily move the most weight that I can. I'm in there to develop overall muscular look and appeal. Yes, I want size, but once there's size, then I want definition. And I know size comes by pushing heavier weights around, so I'm always going to be pushing to move heavier weight in the gym. It's just there's a fine line between the high weight, low rep work, and then the higher weight, higher rep work, if that makes sense. So, and I don't mean higher at the 100% or 90% of a 1 rep max. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying in the 80 to 90% range, repping that out to failure, and just getting that muscle, whatever muscle group I'm working to break down so that it can rebuild with more mass. And so, yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm just working through the intricate details of being in the gym, working out, and pushing myself to my max potential. At my age, I'm 45 years old, so having not worked out regularly for 20 years, I have some connective tissue that's underdeveloped along with the muscular development. So I don't want to go real heavy, real fast and damage, a tendon or something in a joint. And maybe I'm being overly cautious there. I just don't want to be out of the gym for some injury like that. Whatever this tendon is that ties from here, I'll have to look up the name of it again. I actually looked it up this morning. I can't remember. It's the upper bicep tendon that ties all the way across. There's a little groove in your upper bone of your what's this arm bone here? I don't know the science of it, anatomy. I need to get more detail on that, but it actually goes all the way up and connects here, and that's the one that just gets irritated at me. It doesn't hurt necessarily, there's some tension on it. And so I do stretching every night. I've shown you those stretches in some other videos. I do them in the morning just to get that loosened up, and I'm seeing progress in it. It's not as angry at me as it used to be, but when I do shoulder work, when I do chest work, it does irritate it a little bit. So probably the best move would be to take a week off and just do some rehab work with some bands and some lighter dumbbell work on the kind of that rotator cuff and in that joint. But maybe I'm too stubborn at this point to do it. I'm just going to deal with it for a while. So nevertheless, I just don't want to injure a joint, a tendon, a ligament to where I can't lift overall. So I'm pushing to the edge, but being cautious and being sensitive to how the different parts of the body feel, and just trying to make sure I don't over fatigue something and then take myself out of the gym for a long period of time. One of the cool things is I'm in the habit now and the routine. My body's in the routine of getting up, getting to the gym, 5 a.m., getting the workout on. And yesterday was a rest day, and my body was irritated that we didn't go work out. It was just overall sense of like, man, I wasted a day, which I know I didn't. But the body was like, man, when we go into the gym all day, I felt that sense like I needed to go push some weight around. But there's an importance in taking a couple of days of rest every week. So my cycle is 3 days in the gym, 1 rest day, 3 in the gym, 1 rest day. So it's 8 days total. So, you know, I'm not every Monday, I'm not hitting legs or chest. It just alternates throughout the week because it's on that 8-day cycle. So, you know, pretty much in the gym 6 days a week with 1 day of rest per week is basically how it kind of falls out if you're looking at a 7-day week. So today was chest, tonight I'll hit shoulders, tomorrow is back and biceps, and then Sunday will be legs, triceps, and then I'll jump back to the top of the routine, which goes back to chest. And then on that rotation I do chest, and I think it's triceps there, and then the next day back and biceps, and then legs and shoulders. So that's kind of how my workout rotation goes right now, and it's working well. It's just as I take time to talk through it on the camera, as I get in there, if I get in there at 5:15, you know, I've got an hour, so it limits me. I guess the solution is that I get up earlier, get my pre-workout in, and get to the gym by 5, and that gives me an hour and 15 minutes to get both movements done that I'm doing a day per day. But I definitely have to consider just making a leg day separate from any other body part, just because in effect on leg day you're working 3 body parts: the quads, the hams, and the calves. So I'm going to look at that, but I think I'm going to push through with this routine until the new year, and then see where I'm at there, and maybe adjust it for the remainder of this bulking phase. So right now my bulk phase, I'm planning on it going all the way until February, early March. I'm noticing some gains in muscle mass, muscle strength, also noticing some gains in fat, and I'm already a tubby guy, so I don't want to add a bunch of additional fat to my body during this, because it'll just take some extra work to cut that off for in the spring. So I just want to be cautious there of what I'm adding on. Plus, if my jeans get too tight, then obviously I've got to buy a new wardrobe, and I don't want to go that route either. So I think the solution is balancing out my daily caloric intake, maybe lowering it just a bit, and then pushing through on cardio work. Just, you know, burning an extra 150 calories a day will help me kind of negotiate that fine line between putting on muscle mass and putting on body fat. So I don't want to get too much softer overall, and so I'm going to be looking at adjusting that, and I'll push through with the same caloric intake until the weekend, and then when I meal prep this weekend, I'll kind of adjust my caloric intake. I'm getting 250 grams of protein a day, which is hard for me to consume. Like, I'm having to make myself eat, but that is helpful, and that's working to put on the muscle mass that I need. I just need to adjust on the other side, the fats and the carbs that I take in, and just make sure I'm not, you know, kind of doing the opposite of my goal and putting on body fat mass instead of muscle mass. So it's a personal science. You just have to kind of play with it. Don't give up on it too early. That's what I've done in the past. Like, oh, this didn't work, and I give up, and I don't give it an opportunity to work. So I just want to keep in this routine that I'm in right now, see where it takes me, and then, you know, if it gets to be that I'm getting too fat or not seeing any muscle development, then I'll adjust from there. But right now, muscle mass, muscle strength is growing overall, and so I'm pretty happy and satisfied with the results that I'm getting right now. So with that being said, I got to hit the cardio more regularly. I talked about being disciplined and being consistent, and cardio is one area where when I get home in the afternoons, I'm like, I'll just go for a walk, which I do walk 30 minutes every night, try to cover 2 to 2.5 miles. but potentially I just need to up the intensity of that 30-minute routine, whether it's on the assault bike or whether it's some interval walking with some higher pace walking and slowing down, just getting that heart rate up into the 140, 150 range as I go. So all those things are things that I'm considering as I move forward. But with that being said, it's 6:30. I got to get in here and get some breakfast in me, get a meal in me, and then get to work for the day. So I'm going to head out for the day. Hope you have a great Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you again tomorrow in the gym doing back work and biceps tomorrow. I think back and biceps. Yep, I got a schedule. I'll look at it and make sure. But I'll see you again in the morning. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. See you then.